are going to start today's practice in Hero's Pose, where we are sitting on top of our knees and our calves and shins. You could also do Sukhasana here. We're just going to take a moment to check in. Placing your right hand over your heart, just checking in and feeling that heartbeat, connecting with your body. Then as you're ready, we're going to separate the knees and we're going to fold over into child's pose, releasing the arms out in front, relaxing the arms here, melting your heart into the earth. As you sink deeper here in child's pose, allow yourself to really melt into your mat and connect with your breath. When it is time to move on from this asana, I will let you know. Before we move on from child's pose, maybe set an intention for today's practice. Inhaling to bring the body up to table. Your hands are right underneath your chest, and we're going to move forward and back as we inhale and exhale, pressing the hips back, and then coming into an upward facing dog. Just getting some movement going here. And then taking the hips right and left. And doing whatever extra movements feel right to you. This is your practice. I am just here to kind of gently guide you. Placing those hands directly under the chest, we're going to come into cat-cow, really taking care, stretching your abdominals here, and then arching and stretching the upper back muscles. Inhale to curl, exhale to arch and release, and feeling every muscle in your body as you move through this. Maybe taking time to stay in the curl or the arch, depending on what your body needs today. Now moving on to bird dog, we are going to make sure that right hand is grounded and rooted into your mat. We are going to extend your right leg and left arm, and we're just holding here. Flexing through the back side of your leg and glute. Exhale to release, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Ground and root through that left arm and hand, extending the left hand and then extending the right arm, and we're just holding here. Holding and breathing. Exhale to release. Go ahead and sway the hips right and left and release your head. Allow the back of your neck to stretch. Allow the hips to sway right and left. And allow yourself this little break, because when we come back, we're going to add movement with that bird dog. Extending the right leg and then the left arm, and grounding and rooting through that right palm. We're going to extend and tuck, extend and tuck. Exhale as you tuck. Good. Release. Other side. Extending and tucking. Extend and tuck. Extend and tuck. Moving with intention. Feel every muscle in your body. Feel yourself stretch a little further. Each time you extend, we'll exhale to release. Before we actually move into pigeon, I'm going to show you a variation for anybody that this does not work for. So this is called deer, and as you can see, we have our back leg bent and our leg toward the top of the mat bent as well. These are the different variations that you can move into if pigeon does not work for you. So from here, we're going to inch that left leg forward and go into pigeon on the left side first, folding forward and breathing into your hip, making sure your hips are square and center on your mat. So you're not leaning too far on the left and you're not leaning too far on the right. We're right dead center, and we are applying a little bit of pressure to that hip and exhaling into the stretch. Then as you're ready, we're going to slowly move out of pigeon on that left side, curling your right toes and coming to table really quickly, and then we'll exhale into that right hip. So same rules apply. You'll try to make sure you're not lean too far on the right side. You want to make sure everything is center, because that is going to give you the best stretch, the most bang for your buck. You're going to fold over and you're going to exhale into the stretch. And then as you're ready, we're going to slowly start to move out of our pigeon on our right side. From here, my loves, we are moving into Baddha Konasana, or bound angle. And we're going to make sure that belly button is glued into the back and we're sitting nice and tall. So imagine you have a string at the crown of your head really pulling you up. And let's say you're tight here, as I just shown you, you can put some blocks in that space if it hurts to go into bound angle. Okay, and so I am fluttering my legs here. If this does not feel right to you, or if you just don't want to do that today, feel free to stay still in your bound angle. The only thing I ask is that your posture remain nice and tall. And so we're going to be inhaling from the root and from our root chakra, and then all the way up to the crown chakra. Okay, so just imagine you have air or energy going through your root all the way up your spine, through your chest, and then exiting through the crown of your head. Just making sure you have a visual for your breath. So remaining still here in your bound angle, you are just allowing yourself to release your hips, release those knees really into the mat, and you can remain completely still, or you can add some movement as I'm doing here with my neck, just taking my head right and left and stretching, caring for those parts of my body that need a little extra love. Exhaling to fold forward if this is right for you. You can always stay sitting tall, or you can fold over your block, whatever allows this asana to be comfortably uncomfortable. On the inhale, we'll slowly start to round the back up from the floor, bringing the knees together for just a brief moment, and then we're going to cross the knees and then stack them here. As best you can, you'll want to stack those knees, and you want to keep those heels as tight to your body as possible. As you're ready, we'll interlock those hands behind us, have a nice tall neck, and then we'll exhale to release the shoulders. You should have been able to visually see my shoulders relax a little deeper behind me, and you'll want to just stay here for several breaths and breathe. As you're ready, exhale to release, and then inhale the arms back up, rotate the wrist, shake out the neck, or whatever feels right. And then we're going to switch sides. We're going to cross the opposite leg over that leg that was just on top, stacking the knees. Maybe you noticed that one side was able to stack a little easier, as you can see with me. This is completely normal, but practicing yoga and stretching will help balance, as well as getting massages will help balance. the muscles out here. So again, just breathing here, allowing the shoulders to be released from the earlobes and creating space between the shoulders and the ears. As you're ready, go ahead and exhale to release the hands, and we're going to take a twist here in just a second. Inhale to bring the arms up, and exhale, taking a twist. Bringing that belly button to spine, and maybe catching that mudra right there. Maybe looking over that shoulder if it's right for your body. Each time you exhale, bringing the belly button even closer. And release, inhale, and exhale, taking the twist to the other side again, mudra if it feels right. Each time you exhale, bringing the belly button even tighter and closer to your spine. And now we're going to make our way to our bottom and toward the center of our mat. And we're going to do just a little bit of core work before we land on our backs. So shoulders back, doing a posture check. Bottoms of the feet on the mat. As you exhale, you'll slowly roll the body down all the way to the mat. Now that you're on your back, go ahead and get yourself situated here on your mat, taking your knees right and left. These spinal twists are really good for spinal health, and yoga in general is going to be beneficial to your spinal health and all of your joints. It helps to move the fluid in your joints, and helps to keep your body healthy. So we are going to cross our right leg over our left. Take your right hand, thread it through that space we created. Left hand behind your left leg, interlocking your fingers. And then as you exhale, you're going to press that left elbow into that left thigh to deepen that stretch. So the straight leg or the free leg can be bent or completely straight. It's really up to you. As you see, I am taking care to move my joint, my ankle joint. And then I'm exhaling into that stretch. When you're ready, go ahead and move out of the stretch on this side, and we're going to do the other side, crossing the left leg over your right. That left ankle is touching your right thigh, and then left hand goes through that space we created, right hand on the back of the thigh, interlocking the hands, and then you'll exhale and bring those legs closer to you. Again, using that left elbow to press into the left thigh. And we're using our breath to deepen this stretch. Each time you exhale, deepen your stretch. Push yourself a little further with this stretch. Then, of course, as you're ready, we're going to go ahead and release. And here, I just want you to love on yourself a little bit. Love on your legs. Bring the legs closer to you, stretching out the hamstrings. Point your toes. Flex your heels. Give gratitude for all the things that your legs do for you, and your feet, really starting with the base and the feet every single day. So from here, allowing the bottoms of the feet to touch and moving into a little bit of reclined bound angle. Getting comfortable here. If that does not work for you, you can always extend the legs into extending your legs into corpse pose or shavasana, whatever works. But I'm going to come into reclined bound angle for a deeper stretch for my hips and arms extended above my head. Whatever asana you choose to be in, make sure it's comfortable, because we're going to spend quite a bit of time just relaxing into the body and focusing on our breath. So trusting you are in the comfortable space for you, go ahead and gently close the eyes. Let's take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Noticing the pause at the bottom of your breath, that little space of silence and calm. And then as we inhale, let's do this together. Inhale. Noticing the pause at the top of your breath, and then exhale. At this point, your body is completely relaxing. With each exhale, allowing yourself the space to just be. I'll be silent for the next few breath cycles. Continue to use your breath to deepen your relaxation here. And when it's time to come back, I will bring you back. As you're ready, we'll start to take our head right and left. And maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, bringing the arms to your sides if they are still above the head, and just gently waking up the body here. Bending the knees, and then we're going to make our way to our right side. As you're ready, feel free to stay right where you're at. Supporting your head with whatever arm is on the mat, and then the top arm is on the mat. We're taking just a moment to extend gratitude to ourselves for taking the time out to make it to the mat and practice a little self-care, practice yoga, and really breathe. And as you're ready, slowly pressing up, and we'll meet in Sukhasana. Once we have made it into Sukhasana, doing just a few neck rolls to continue to wake up the body and get a little more warm. Move the shoulders, whatever makes sense for you. Inhaling the arms all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, remembering to breathe and fill your lungs completely. Exhale. Inhale. And this time as we exhale, bringing the palms to heart center. Again, a moment to extend gratitude, but my deepest gratitude to you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope that you have an amazing day or evening. Namaste.